Okay. We're live. Never have I seen Norian J so utterly defeated. No one should be made to suffer such grief. We shall gather in the Charlian Manor to celebrate Moonbreeda's life and mourn her passing. Bam, 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 bam. As Moonbreeda was a native of Charlian, I feel it is only fitting that we gather before the Mark of the Scholar. Are you familiar with the stone? It is a monument found at Rotherfrost, and it is sacred to Thaliak, guardian deity of the City of Learning. There shall we pray for our dear friend's soul and bid her peaceful return to the light of the Mother Crystal. Oh, I forgot. Maybe this time I'll get into Bahamut. God damn it, I didn't change the stream title. Hello? Let me change the title, please? It wasn't letting me edit for some reason. There we go. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Darn it, I gotta go around the mountains.
Forgive me, Moonbreeder. Had I been quicker or wiser, but I was not, and you paid the price. But you would not suffer us to wallow in our sorrow, would you? You would tell us to pick ourselves up and get on with it. And so we shall. We shall defend this realm and her people to the last.
Life for death, a fair exchange. Other bargains will be struck.
No one cares that I just heard a dragon talk to me? Okay. Can no one else hear it? Wait. Hello, Yonk! How you doing? Ah! Welcome to the stream. Though we have said our farewells, the pearl of sadness has diminished but little. Forgive me. As antecedent, 'tis my job to be the pillar of strength for all others to lean upon. Yet I also believe the grief we feel now is precious in its own way, and not to be lightly swept aside. Do you not agree, Popoti? "'Tis as if a dagger has been thrust into my breast. But 'tis a pain we must learn to bear if we are to forge ahead with our duty. The battles we have fought have taken the lives of so many. Louisoix, Moonbreeder, our fellows at the Waking Sands. The spirit and dedication to our cause, however, will never be lost as long as we rise to fight once more." Yeah, my character's tiny. I'm small. I hardly need remind you of this, of course. 'Tis for my own benefit that I repeat these words, a reaffirmation of mine own chosen path. Miniature! If I do not rebuild the foundation of my resolve, I am like to collapse in a fit of weeping. My apologies again, Popoti. There is no other to whom I could display such weakness. You are my pillar of strength, and I fear I shall have need of your steadfast presence in these days to come. Victory won and comrade lost. Honor the fallen, the living forge ever on towards the light of a new day. Okay. That was weird. Have you a moment, Popoti? I believe Ida wished a word with you. I should consider it a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. She has not been herself since Moonbreeder's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast. Hey, it's Popoti! Great! Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just hard, you know. The thing is, I know Moen would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this, which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. Trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times, and, well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment. So I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you and the daisy at Rothfrost. What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade? Eh? I got you running errands now. Them scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Sending the savior of yours here to the bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. Seriously, though, you best learn how to say no or they'll have you mucking out the chocobo stables next. Anyway, what was it you were here to pick up? The moon daisy, was it? Here then, take it. Until that Ida lass, I've got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. Gods knows she needs to. I fly! Rowena can be so annoying. She will just not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. And when I tell her I like it just the way it is, she says it again. And then again, and then again. It drives me crazy. What I mean to say is, I really appreciate you doing this for me. So anyway, let's see it. Moonbreeder loved these things, you know. I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of her.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
The song riseth to a crescendo.
Is that what I think it is?
Dragons?
Hello, can you hear me? We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
Back and forth and back and forth. My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Moonbreeder's passing. Her loss will be sorely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Korthus will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear her report. The envoy is here. I thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the unusual pleasantries if I may. Certainly. You come with news of the Trevanians? Aye, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the Central Highlands a short while ago, and the battle was joined soon after. Sir Americ himself sailed forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced to retreat, our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dranians renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my lady. Is it reinforcements you seek, then? We do. Though it pricks our pride, it is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Americ would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well, I shall depart for Korthus at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedence. It is with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? Though I will gladly appeal to the Grand Companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see. Very well, I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your request directly to the heads of the Grand Companies. In the event that your plea does receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Emeric's authority on this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request, a personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellow's involvement. You faced Midgard-Sommer and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Thank you. You wear the mantle of hero well. 'Twould seem the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, Popoti. She's still alive!
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken. Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
Damn it. It seems I was the swifter, Popoti. You two have arrived with time to spare, for our host is yet to make an appearance. The murmurings about camp tell of some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot. Heretic scum! How dare they meddle with our divine protections? I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down by one by one. We need not fret over much. There are still several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. The gates of judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards. If our first line of defense can be so easily shattered. Twould seem the heretics struck the first and most telling blow against Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. My apologies. We chanced to hear that there had been trouble at the gates and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. Then you have learned of the heretics' treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But let us speak more of this back at the camp. Sir Emeric awaits you. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Harshvant will know where Sir Emeric means to receive us. "'Tis reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend whose one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flame of courage within my heart. Ah, but you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived and would treat with you in the intercessory." Feeling that over here. Oh, I can't jump on the table. I thank you for coming with such haste, and apologize for my absence. Suffice it is to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, we are but recently returned from the Gates of Judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Alphino, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Esteinen. How do you pronounce that? May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragon. An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of the Dragoons. They are formidable warriors all, yet even amongst such masters of the lance, Estenian is without equal. He is, out of all the warrior of Ishgard's, was chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravenian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. So you are the adventurer of whom they spoke. I see now why my blood fair sang in anticipation of our meeting. Well, now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. 'Twould seem that Lady Iceheart and the Dravanians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in your nation's history. Though once defeated by the hero Haldrith, the beast is said to have terrorized Korthus since Ishgard's founding. Aye, many are the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldrith plucked from the beast's worm skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard, one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of its strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But those stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics. The dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravanian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Though the endless march of years the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable, you must understand these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the great worms, those who spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies, 20 years for him to gather his strength, and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then? Of that we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. 'Tis a weakness the Dravanians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem. You have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. This much is expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Javania. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempts to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Javania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Corthus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Garlean's arrival, that is, for you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Corthus. They would not even have to draw steel. An imperial province sharing a border with Mordona. 7 hills. Ahem. Very well, we will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming Horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. Now upon the matter of the roar. Allow me, Sir Emeric. Through the power of the Eye, I have become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence is stolen into my very blood. Fear not, I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you, and the Eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. Then the worm who roared? Was Nidhogg, aye. He means to hurl his horde against Danafin's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt. The worm has summoned his minions to war. Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in a common cause. Sir Emeric was ruthless in his negotiations than I anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. If we would aid the Ishgardians in their war of theirs, preparation will have to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stone and make our report to the Antecedent. Oh my god, back to the Rising Stones. Excuse the squeakiness of my chair, my newer one broke. So I'm on an old one. What is that? Is that a flying cat?
Alphino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Alphino is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go. The path we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end. For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
I bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. Should the members of the Alliance agree to pledge Grand Company soldiers to Ishgard's cause, our comrades will be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. The small matter of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support I leave to Alphino. For you, my friend, a different task awaits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for a coming siege. I would also have you consider the matter of our own security. Revenant's Toll is but a short flight from the snowfields of Corthus. It is not unimaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. Pray brief Slapborn on the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies. The frontier settlers must be prepared for aught that might wing its way over our walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Before you leave, might I suggest that you have Tataruk accompany you? She has a talent for administration and a firm grasp of the practical challenges that we may encounter. We are rather close to Carthus, aren't we? We best see to our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. Oh, we'll also need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. Good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. Let's go, Popoti. I have 101 things to discuss with Slaffborn.
I appreciate the warning. If wars come into Carthus, then the toll must be made ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I'll also see about finding room for an infirmary, as well as temporary housing for the victims of conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I would return the favor. But as rounding up volunteers for the fight itself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgardian soil, and I'm certain headquarters will say the same. There will be no official Adventurers Guild presence at the siege. That said, each adventurer is of course free to do as he or she will. I shall have a word with some of my more capable colleagues on your behalf, and you might try your luck here in Revenant's Toll. I dare say there are a few stout souls about town who will answer your call to arms.
Let's get started, shall we? We have a town to rouse.
Spare me your talk of glory and fame. I'm not in the habit of volunteering for lost causes. I've survived this long by trusting my instincts, and my instincts tell me to stay well away from Ishgard. Oh, there's a girl. What's the opposite? No, there is no opposite of solid. No, that's not true. That's not true. No, 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 no. How many is it? How many is it? 5. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Okay. Ishgard sounds like she's in the right mess, but that ain't what I wanted to talk to you about. Even more heck. I need you to cast your mind back to that scuffle with the Empire out by the processing plant. Little lad from Almigo by the name of Old Wilred was there with the fort that day, and I want to know if you've seen him since, have ye? Don't drown me! No! No! God damn it, I feared as much. No! There!
There's your hydrate. You get 1. God damn it, I feared as much. No one's bloody seen him. It's like the ground opened up and swallowed him whole. And that ain't all. Around the time Wilbred stopped turning up for duty, then black market weapons went missing from a vault in Ulda. No, don't get Term. Term is over 10k. No, don't get Term. So now, of course, half the Braves suspect the lad of making with the goods. Folk like to believe our company is a disciplined fighting force, but as you and me both know, it's no more than a motley collection of mercenaries, adventurers, and Grand Company veterans. The only thing that binds us together is some vague oath about fighting for the freedom of all. That and a steady pay. Now, compared to most others in this crew, Wilbred's a fresh-faced novice, a bleeding whelp among wolves. The boy's got passion, and when he talked about being a guardian of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. A lad like him wouldn't rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type. No, don't give him! No! And then, this is just between you and me, mind. There's the fact that this lad wanted to tell me something queer he noticed about in the ledges. Something about the Braves and numbers not adding up. And then, there's a villain at the end of this trail I've stumbled on. And I'll bet me good eye it ain't the young Wilbred. Any road, I got a water wage, so I'll let you get on. Just thought someone should know. I'll be seeing you, Popoti. No! Not again! 1, 2. This is carbonated water. It doesn't chug well. So Ishgard seeks sell swords to both its ranks, eh? Though I'm not sure I like the sound of the siege. Those nobles will surely be generous with their rewards. But I pledge myself to the god the Revenant's toll. Modest work though it is, I am loath to break the terms of my contract. What to do, what to do. Yummy carbon. How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes. Nowhere to hide. Sell me blade to the Asgardians. Well, them dragons are a fearsome lot, but I'd say me fair share if the coin was good. I've worked for one of them nights before, you know. Watch me like a bloody hockey did. Still, I put up with far worse than that for a heavy purse. Oh. No! No more! No more! No more! No more! No more! Ow! No more! Volunteer my services in the defense of Ishgard? I think not. Dragons claim the lives of every one of my brothers. They do not mean to offer them mine. 'Twas to escape such a fate that I took up the mantle of adventure in the first place. I would sooner die in pursuit of fortune than huddle behind an icy wall. Zachalopes. I still need more emotes. Where am I going?